Hey guys, I'm going to be reviewing Flubaroo. It's just a free add-on you can install. As you can see, I've already installed it, and I've already created a Google form for an assessment, sample assessment with just 3 random questions. Right now I'm going over Mesopotamia with my co-op. We're finishing Mesopotamia, so I just use that because that's what we're doing, and it was the first thing in my head. I had a couple people randomly select some answers to give me some data to use for this. So I'm going to click this little green square. It's going to send me to Spreadsheets, Google Sheets, with a spreadsheet of the responses. And once I'm here, this is when I'm actually going to be able to start using Flubaroo to grade. Flubaroo is going to show up on the add-ons when this loads and lets me click the add-ons, since this is not my computer. And my computer apparently does not have a webcam, which is why this is not my computer. It's what you get for buying clearance on Amazon. But Flubaroo will show up, and once Flubaroo shows up, I'm actually going to be regrading this assignment. Since I was playing around with this earlier, I've already technically graded this. However, even though I'm regrading it, everything is going to be exactly the same as it was the first time. I'm going to get the exact same questions the exact same way. So it's going to ask me first and foremost, what question identifies the student? I entered a name section with a fill in the blank, so that's going to be what identifies which student. Then I can pick how many points each question is worth, whether or not I want normal grading, which is Flubaroo grading it for me, or whether I want myself to grade it and Flubaroo to not put any marks on it. And I can also choose to skip grading if for any reason I decided I didn't like a question or I still want to include it. Last minute I can say, nope, I don't want to include it, and it won't be graded at all. You have to take the assessment yourself in order for an answer key in order to create an answer key to grade everyone else by. So I took this as Teacher McG. So I'm going to select that as the answer key. And then if you give it just 20 to 30 seconds, it'll grade everything for you, and the spreadsheet will change in appearance to reflect the grades and everything else that it calculates. So one of the things that I like about Flubaroo is you can see right off the bat in red which students earned a failing grade. 70% is the default for Flubaroo for failing. So 2 of the 4 are in red, so 2 students got a failing grade of less than 70. I also like that questions that students didn't do well on are highlighted in yellow. Flubaroo defaults to 50%, so if less than 50% of the students do well on a question, it will show up in yellow. So it's not a very complicated tool. It's pretty easy, and this is really all it does for you. It also offers you the opportunity to email or have an auto email sent out when grading, so students can see how they do. I do like this add-on. I think it's really nice. I think it's pretty versatile. I like how customizable it is. I can change how many points the questions are worth. I can change, afterwards I can regrade this like I just did. I could regrade it again if I decided maybe this question was a question that the students weren't ready to answer. Maybe it needs reteaching. Maybe I just need to go over it again. Maybe something happened. I can just go back through and choose not to include this question, since obviously some of the class is having an issue with it. I can see who failed. It's a pretty simple but pretty straightforward and very helpful tool for teachers. It's also, Google Docs is free, Google Forms is free, and this is another free technology to use on top of that, so everything is free to use, pretty easy. And students have access to Google Docs. They can download it and you can just use this in your classroom. So I think this is a really good tool for teachers to use.